So I don't care where you are, what your situation is. There's opportunities everywhere. Um, you just got to be ready for them, or try to be ready for them. Or if they do present themselves, uh, maybe you got to pivot and make it happen. Uh, if you're hemming and hawing or doing all your planning and such, you might miss it. And this is opportunities and everything. It can be opportunity to buy something that you can sell for 4 times the amount. It can be an opportunity to improve yourself in some way. It can be an opportunity to help somebody else. Also, there's always those opportunity to help somebody else. Now, with all those, there's a cost and a risk. Any opportunity has a risk. Hit this real quick, sorry. Any opportunity has a risk. Doesn't matter what it is. It has a risk. Because you're dedicating, at the very least, time to this focus. And if it doesn't pan out, then, some would say that time is wasted. But that could actually be a learning experience, and you can learn from that. If you've never gone camping, there might be an opportunity to do that. Maybe a nice weekend. Maybe it's a nice sunny weekend, and screw it, I'm going camping. So you go camping, and maybe you forgot something, kind of deal, and you gotta improvise, kind of deal, and figure something out that way. That's not a failure. That's an opportunity to learn something new. Even though you messed up, life doesn't always go as planned. You found an opportunity out of that, and maybe you forgot the grill, so maybe you learn how to cook with charcoal, kind of deal. Maybe you watch a video or something and learn how to cook with charcoal. You probably would have never done that if you didn't forget the grill. Or, the other thing about that is maybe you're going down the side of the road and you find somebody just throwing a grill away. There's an opportunity. Now, maybe you can learn how to grill food instead of just using the microwave all the time, kind of deal. But there's opportunities everywhere. People that are pointing things out that say it's out of their control and everything, that's BS. Everything's in your control. You control you. All right? If your thing's not going good, it's because of you. And I don't care what your situation is. I don't care what happened and all that. That's the past. That's the past. Cry over it for a night or whatever. Put your bootstraps back up. Put your bootstraps back up and get on it. Because that hemming and hawing on something that's old just is not productive. So there's opportunities everywhere. Stuff happens, you get over it, and you move on. And then you start looking for more opportunities. Because there's opportunities everywhere. That can be a sale where instead of spending something like here we are. All right, I got a generator today, and I got to hook it up and everything to my house and all that. But I got a generator today, and instead of waiting on that and spending like $1,000, for all the stuff that I needed, I jumped on a sale and I took advantage of some stuff and I saved $200, and that's a small amount, but still it's $200. And, in that way, come this winter, when we do have a storm, I'm not even doubting it. We're going to have a big old ice storm. I'm from Michigan. When we do have a storm, I'll have that thing ready and I'll be able to take advantage of that because I did that opportunity now. That means later I have more opportunities. I won't have my power out, kind of deal. My furnace will still be running, kind of deal. And I can actually work through that instead of having to go out and run out and get a generator with everybody else. Maybe go and drive all over the place trying to find one because everybody will be out of stock, you know. So I take advantage of that opportunity when I can, kind of deal. Like I'm saying, it only saved me $200, but it's not about the dollar amount. It's about later on how I can use that, how I can multiply that later on, kind of deal. And, you know, it gives you benefits. But if I just hemming and hawing and waiting for that opportunity, waiting for something to happen, you know, things might not have gone as good, you know, because then, like I'm saying, you'd have to run out and emergency buy something, or you'd be sitting in your house without a furnace, and maybe you got to go to somebody else's house or something else. I don't know. And then there's also things. Well, you got fired today. That's a shame. You know, that's a shame, but maybe that's an opportunity to build a career or learn something new, or just switch careers. Maybe you don't be a gaming developer anymore. You know, maybe you're sick of doing like 80-hour weeks in the grinds for $40K a year. You know, so maybe you get fired from that job and you start your own gaming system, or maybe you go ahead and just go into something else totally different. Maybe you become a plumber, you know, and maybe you end up going from 40 grand a year, grinding, you know, working like 80 hours a week and only getting paid probably like 40. And then you're going from that to a plumber where you're still grinding. You're still probably going to work like 50 hours a week, you know, apprenticeship and all that. But maybe you went up from 40 grand to 45, and it has more potential. It has more career potential, kind of deal. So even though stuff happens, there's opportunities. It's just how you got to look at it. All right? And, yeah, so that's my little thought for today. See you, folks.